Hello, and welcome back to Fire Emblem Three Houses. Before I get started, I wanted to mention regarding the paralogue last time that I think that was a pretty good map. It would be more interesting if I weren't playing on New Game Plus and things were generally tougher, or maybe I was playing on Maddening or whatever. So, maybe I'll get the chance to see that at some point. But just in terms of the overall design of the map, the way the objectives work and things like that, that was one of the most interesting paralogs so far. I'm just speaking purely from a mechanical point, not from a story perspective. The fact that, you have to save these green units that are kind of scattered throughout the map, and you also have to defend the back line as well. I mean, that's very interesting and could be, really challenging if your units weren't strong enough to necessarily just easily one-round things, or if those green units were a little bit weaker, which I assume they would also be in harder difficulties, at least relative to the enemies. So yeah, I just wanted to. I haven't felt like I had much opportunity to praise the map design in this game, because for the most part it's not that remarkable. But in this particular case, I think that was a well-designed map, and so kudos to the level design team on that one. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is Marianne is ready to promote.
I actually passed?
6 defense. Well, Scythia knows about that, I guess. Flayn would be ready to promote too, and I guess she probably could be a bishop, but nope. He's gonna stay dancer. Next, we're gonna do some supports.
Hi, Flayn. Have the Four Saints caught your fancy?
Hello there, Claude. No, not particularly. I was merely looking.
I see. In any case, do you mind if I ask you a little something? It's about your family's origin.
This again? There is truly nothing of interest to discuss on that topic.
I'll bet.
But when you try to change the subject like that, it drives me mad with curiosity. That said, taking a secret by force isn't my style. That's why I devised Relentless.
How is that not by
Might I
force?
suggest giving up entirely? Truth be told, my brother has asked that I not speak of my background to anyone.
I thought it might be something like that. Oh well, guess I'd better give up on trying to get you to tell me yourself. Instead, why don't I tell you about the theory I've come up with?
You've concocted a theory, have you? I suppose there is no harm in listening to it.
Yeah, there
I
is.
did a bit of investigating into the crests that you and Seteth bear.
I should say what that harm is. The harm is that he can read your response to it, unless you have like a perfect poker face. You're probably going to give something away just by reacting to the truth or falsehood of it.
Seteth's is the major crest of Keyhole, and yours is the major crest of Sethlene.
Where did you learn of this?
Wait, that even the fact that... Oh, no, Flayn's crest is not a secret, that's right, because Hanneman knows about it earlier. Okay, never mind.
Oh, I just took a peek at some records by a renowned crest scholar. I'd rather not say more than that.
Hanneman.
Anyway, my point is that I don't think I've ever heard of two siblings each bearing the major crests of a pair of saints.
Mm-hmm.
If the legends are true, then Saint Keyhole was Saint Sethlene's father, wasn't he? Which means if you and Seteth were the descendants of Saint Sethlene, that would explain how you two came to possess Keyhole and Sethlene's crests.
Oh, good job,
You
Claude.
mean to suggest that my brother and I are the children's children's children of Sethlene?
That about sums it up.
An interesting theory, to say the least. But surely you must know. Saint Sethlene was never married. There are no tales of her having ever had children.
Sure, but the possibilities are endless. It's not like legends are known for their accuracy. But based on your reaction, I guess I'm probably following a bad lead here.
I feel like Flayn may have given too much away there. Although, I guess the logical implication of that, of the combination of those two things, may not be something that Claude, like, has enough context to follow. Basically, I mean, if you say, okay, so these Saint Sethlene never had children, and oh, by the way, Flayn is like, hint, hint, wink, wink, like really frickin' old. I don't know exactly how old, but really frickin' old. You know, obviously, well, maybe it's not obvious, but then the implication there is that they just are Saint Keyhole and Saint Sethlene, which was something I had already suspected. I don't remember whether I've talked about this in one of my recordings or not. My guess was actually, the last time I thought about it, my guess was actually that Seteth was... what did I thought about this? I think at some point I was thinking that maybe Seteth's dead wife was Saint Sethlene or something like that. There was something where it was like, well, they're like intimately related with these saints, right? But like, you know, not like descendants, but like, you know, relatives or something. But yeah, with that conversation, I feel like that pretty much at least soft confirms that they probably just are the saints, which would mean, so there's 4 saints. One of them, well, no, I guess Flayn's mother is probably not one of the saints, because there's nothing that says, you know, there is a thing that says like Saint Keyhole is Saint Sethlene's dad, but there's nothing that talks about Saint Sethlene's mom or Saint Keyhole's wife or anything like that. But so then you have, what were the other ones? Macule and something. I don't know. You can probably find out by looking at the battalions, because there's like a bunch of battalions for the different, like Macule here. Maybe I don't actually have Indec. I think that's it. Yeah, Saint Indec. So who are the other likely candidates for those things? I mean, Rhea is Saros, so it's not her. I mean, I guess they don't have to be around anymore. They could just be dead. I don't know. Okay, Onward. Ignatz and Marianne.
Hey, Marianne? Are you there?
Yes. Can I help you?
Do you have a minute?
Huh? Oh,
Then, if you don't mind, would you come with me for a moment?
So, did you need something from me?
Yes, indeed. I have an urgent request.
Have I done something?
Oh, no, it's nothing like that. Really, you don't have to worry. Would you close your eyes, please?
Then how will I know where I'm going?
Just take my hand. That's it. There, right there. Perfect. Now open your eyes.
Oh, the town is glowing from the sunset.
Yes. Isn't it beautiful?
Very much so.
I was looking at it earlier and I thought to myself, I have to show Marianne.
But why me?
Because you're always looking at your shoes. You never get a chance to appreciate the scenery.
Oh,
I just really like my shoes.
See,
They're so cool.
The best thing about the scenery is it's always changing. With the weather, the time of day, the season. So every view is unique. Never to be repeated. If no one sees it, it's lost.
You could have just enjoyed it on your own.
I wanted to share this beautiful landscape with you.
Thank you. I'm not sure what to say.
Hey, that's okay. I won't try to express this beauty in words either. Just look and remember. This will make for a nice memory. And maybe remember that I was here too.
I will. I really will.
Good job, Ignatz. And he's got a support with Flayn.
Nothing here.
What are you doing?
Oh, Flayn! I've just been researching the exploits of Saint Sethlene.
Here we go.
And why is it you're doing that precisely?
Well, painting is a hobby of mine, and I thought I might like to capture her likeness.
Well, how lovely. But how is researching her exploits necessary for painting?
If I wanted to use a statue of Saint Sethlene for my reference, it wouldn't be necessary. But that's not what I want. I wish to paint Saint Sethlene herself, looking exactly as she did when she was alive. And if I don't know anything about who she was on the inside, the image won't be true to life. So I wanted to find some hints about who she was, and that's why I've been researching her deeds.
Ah, so you were hoping to find out what type of girl she was.
Girl? Interesting way of putting it, but yes, more or less.
I see. Yes, it is all quite clear to me now.
What's happening?
Okay then. Allow me to share with you what I know of Sethlene's deeds. Long ago, in a world ravaged by war, Sethlene led a secluded life with her father, Keyhole. One day, they met Saint Zeros, who was grieved by the chaos and destruction of war. And so, the three decided to join forces.
Huh? But I thought the saints gathered following a revelation from the goddess.
At the Battle of Tailteen, they fought against the 10 elites led by Nemesis, who sought to conquer the whole world. Sethlene tended to her allies on the field of battle, until she exhausted all her strength. Then, she fell into a long slumber.
But according to legend, she used her miraculous powers to heal all of the wounded.
Interesting story, is it not? Have you perhaps learned something new about Sethlene?
Having heard all that, I'd say she seems incredible.
Incredible? Well, I haven't heard that before. I feel certain you and I will be fast friends. Let us talk again soon.
Yeah, okay. This...
Huh. Who knew Flayn was such an expert on Sethlene?
Huh. More confirmation of that theory. The part of that seemed new to me was the bit about... So Nemesis led the 10 elites. I don't remember having heard that before, though I probably did, and I probably overlooked it at the time. But the 10 elites were the ones with the relic weapons. Right? But then somehow the church ended up with control of the relic weapons, which is kind of interesting. And Nemesis essentially also had a relic weapon, so that would mean there was kind of 11 relic weapons. Do we know of 11? I mean, including the Sword of the Creator. So there's the spear that Miklon and Sylvain get. There's Hilda's Freikugel. There's Lorenz's Thirsty Staff. There's the... does this actually count as a relic? It's a sacred weapon, but maybe not a relic weapon. It doesn't have that same icon. Okay. So... does the staff count as one? Yeah. Thirsty Staff does count as a relic. Okay. So... those two plus Sylvain's is 3. Edelgard's Amur is 4. I know that Claude and Dimitri each get 1, so that's 5, 6. It's like a lance and a bow, so there's probably one of each type, right? There's the Sword of the Creator is the sword, Dimitri's is a lance, Edelgard's is an axe. So Hilda's is an axe too, so I guess not one of each type, but at least one maybe. Probably not gauntlets. So you got 1 bow, 2 axes, 1 lance, 1 sword. And then this thing. The shield that Felix gets is also a relic, I think. Aegis shield. Maybe it's not. Annette gets one. She gets some axe. Well, anyway, where am I going with all of this? I don't know. I guess the... Yeah, so Rhea and Sedith and Flayn and some other people, I guess, beat Nemesis and his buddies and took all the relic weapons. I guess that's all of them going with that. Okay. Onward.
Oh, hey, Marianne. Leonie? I thought greenhouse duty was mine today. What are you doing here? Oh, I'm sorry. You've been avoiding me ever since I lost my temper, haven't you? You're probably scared of me now. In the moment, I was hurt. I'm sure you had good reasons to act the way you did. If you want me to leave you alone, I will. I promise. You've got nothing to fear from me. Leonie, I've watered all the plants, so I'm done here. I'll get out of your way. Wait! Huh? Hey, what is it? It's, I don't mean to bother you. I'm sorry for keeping you here. No, not at all. Thanks for keeping me. Honestly, I've been worried about you. If you ever want to talk about anything, just say so. I'll make time. I've been avoiding people for most of my life, so I'm not the best at speaking. I know it's hard. You've been through a lot, but it's worth the extra effort to talk to your friends. I make everyone uncomfortable. I just don't know how to carry on a conversation. Hey, we're having one right now, and I'm telling you, I'm not uncomfortable. I'm actually really happy. So don't worry about me. And it's okay to be quiet sometimes, but try to find a middle ground at least. Otherwise, you'll never get any better. Oh. As far as what to talk about, anything's good. Hobbies, things you like, a dream you had last night. Really, anything. Okay, then. I like this flower. I think it's nice. I think so too. Did you know that where I come from, those have a completely different color? Oh, really?
Wait, what?
I'd like to see.
You come from Remire. That's not even far
Come
away.
visit my village someday. In fact, we should invite all of our friends. It'll be fun.
Come visit my burned down village.
That would be very exciting.
That was overrun by zombies. Why? Come to think of it, did Leonie didn't have like a particular like, oh crap, this is my village. Like, what happened to like my parents or anything like that thing that went on with Remire? At least not that I can remember. Alright, that'll do it for the supports. We're now going to do the whole explore, spend activity points, yada yada. 2 notes in the advice box. When I was in the greenhouse earlier, a female student fled from me as if in terror. Why did she do that? I was only tending the flowers. There is a person with whom I do not get along. Childish as it may sound, we always end up quarreling. Is there nothing I can do to remedy this? This is almost word for word the same as the one that Manuela said earlier, presumably about Hanuman. Scythia and Flayn. Always with the singing.
Singing with it is so.
Oh, that's actually really helpful. I was gonna say I'm not sure what my meal plan here is exactly, but Violet has unlocked supports with Claude and Leonie, and they have unlocked support with each other. So this works quite nicely.
That.
Well, this is the next step.
This is.
I like.
Onward, Ignatz and Hilda.
This food.
Yep.
And Lorenz and Lysithia.
I did not expect much.
Eating
Alright, and we need something to do with Flayn, so we're gonna eat with Linhardt.
This is nearly.
This is my.
We did unlock a support with Raphael and Marianne.
Is that Raphael?
Yeah, I get it. But you can't be so picky. You need some meat in your diet. I don't know if you can eat human food, but bug meat might be good for you. That's right. You need to eat plenty of bug meat if you want to get big and strong like me. No more sweets for you.
What? He's talking to a bird?
Huh? Is someone there? Oh, Marianne! You're right on time. This little birdie was telling me that he misses you. And, oh, it flew off.
It appears so.
Why do you think birds fly away when there's more than one person around? Birds never seem to stay put, unless I'm alone.
Birds are very cautious creatures. They tend to fly away when they're startled.
You mean they're afraid of loud noises? Oops, that was probably too loud for the birds.
Come on, Raphael. Keep it down. How's this? Do you think we'd be able to talk to birds together like this? I still haven't met a bird that can speak human. I was hoping you could introduce me.
Huh? I thought you were just talking to one.
I was mostly talking at him, not to him. He just said chirp chirp and stuff like that. I had no idea what he was talking about. I don't think he understood me either. Marianne, you always know which birds understand what you're saying, right? Next time you find a bird who understands you, I hope you let me know so I can join the conversation.
Now what am I supposed to do?
Marianne, like, actually seemed to think that Raphael should be able to talk to birds. What the heck? Okay, then. So, I've now got 2 points to spend. I've eaten with all of my students and maxed their motivation. There's no dining hall bonus this week. And because all of the knights are gone, I have no one left to do Byleth training with that I don't have a time-locked support with, so I am actually gonna invite some people to tea. Tetra is not able to make it. Linhardt is not able to make it. Man, come on! Alright, Ferdinand, you better come through for me here.
Much appreciated.
There we go. Alright, Ferdinand likes Southern Fruit Blend, which I have 1 million of.
I am honored to be invited. Thank you. A miraculous brew. You truly understand tea. Much appreciated.
Not bad. Sorry?
He definitely likes overcoming weaknesses.
Goodness.
What? Ugh, he just doesn't think he has any. Yeah, he would like that. Yeah, there we go. Alright.
You often hear stories of nobles and commoners in love. I am not against such things, but reality is not so simple.
Okay. What's the difference between praise and commend? Because they make the same thing.
Oh, really?
Oh! Come on.
Thank you for spending time with me. What a treat. I hope we can do this again soon.
Oh my gosh!
I'm so... Oh, we were thinking... Thank you.
Almond blend, let's go.
Thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome.
I love this tea. Is it a favorite of yours as well?
I have no idea.
Thank you. Okay. Are you sure?
Dang it.
Huh? Wow.
Yes.
Huh? Wow.
Ha!
No effort is ever in vain. My father used to tell me that.
Your father, huh? Yes!
Thanks for the treat. It was so yummy.
Yummy! Alright, well, time to wrap this up and then do it again. But first, teaching. This time, Lysithea and Marianne did not receive instruction, mostly just because Flayn was close to getting A level of faith, and I figured I'd get her over that threshold, and as a consequence, she got Fortify, which I actually haven't gotten the chance to use before in this game, which is basically what it is in other games, so that's cool. I don't know how useful it's actually going to be. I guess we'll find out. And what else happens? I don't know, some people hit A level and stuff, but nothing else super remarkable, I guess.
That wasn't so bad.
Experience is everything.
Well worth the effort.
Alright, back to it. Just one note. I'm hesitant to invite a girl to my room in the middle of the night with you-know-who living right next door. I'm terrified of the scolding I'll get the next day. I mean, he'll be happy if I say this. Yeah. Sword Prowess 5. So today we've got the Inner House Reception, and at this point I've got my primary healers to A level Faith, and Lysithea is pretty close too. So I think I'm gonna stop doing choir practice unless it's like a... Also, oh, I should mention, Byleth also has like... What? Yeah, C plus Faith, even though he can't even use magic right now, and as A authority, so yeah, all of that isn't really that useful. So I'm gonna just eat and make sure I have maximum amount of eating opportunities, should I want them. So we are gonna need to raise people's support levels, but I think what I might do is just do that with gifts and just like eat with like all the other students. Because I can't remember whether I talked about this or not, but basically my goal is to get as many of the supports as possible, even if I don't recruit the students during this playthrough, since it's New Game Plus and it'll be easier to do anyway, and then during future playthroughs, that way I'm not gonna like have to focus on it, and I can just focus on, I don't know, doing relevant, efficient things, something. Who knows? So, for example, if we wanted to support with Linhart, which I do, does he have any support with, like, net? Sure, okay.
This is my...
Mercedes and Ferdinand, let's go.
Delicious.
This is my...
Petra and Ash, why not?
I would be liking that
This looks still.
Alright, Dorothea and Felix.
I think I...
That looks...
Bernadetta and Sylvain.
Ooh.
Yeah, you...
Poor Caspar's got nobody left with the bonus to eat with, so he's gonna have to settle for eating with Raphael.
This...
And Ingrid, same thing, she's gonna have to settle for eating with Ignatz.
I appreciate...
This food is a...
Alright, we're gonna do Claude and Leonie again, because they have an unlocked support.
That's...
That...
And I'm gonna do Hilda and Cyril, because they have a support.
Yummy! This is...
Alright, we unlocked a whole bunch more supports. But all of them are on the other page. Oh no, Mercedes, your hair is clipping through your arm.
This is unexpected.
Hello, Ferdinand. Did you come to pray?
I did. I quite like the atmosphere in the cathedral. It is holy and solemn. Perfectly suited to a noble, wouldn't you say?
I guess so.
You guess so? I think the matter is rather clear-cut. It is incumbent upon nobles that we pray regularly to the goddess. The piety of the nobles is a model for commoners. It teaches them the value of devotion.
Absolutely. I know exactly what you mean. I couldn't agree more.
These days, many nobles scarcely, if ever, pray. Look around. You and I are alone in this cathedral. It is really quite a shame.
Ah, well, I don't really know that I count as a noble anyway.
I am afraid the nobility seems to be losing its way. When you pray, you are usually alone, right?
Yes, you're right. I usually am.
Precisely. Where are the others? Of course you cannot force people to worship. That is out of the question. Nobles must determine for themselves what they will believe and how they will pray. A religion foisted on you without your say is not much of a religion at all. Do you not agree?
Yes, I definitely agree. Definitely agree.
On the other hand, we cannot stand
Oh
idly
my
by
god,
while...
Ferdinand.
It was great talking to you, but I'm getting pretty sleepy. I'm gonna head off to bed. Good night.
All in all, one has to conclude. Mercedes, where did she go? I must have inspired her to go out and revive the faith. Perhaps I should do the same. I cannot let her show me up.
Oh my god, Ferdinand. Such attentiveness. Alright, Bernadetta Sylvain we've seen before, so I will skip over that one. Dorothea Felix. I don't remember whether I got that one. I must have. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did, so I'll skip over this one as well.
Maybe.
Well, the Sylvain V support wasn't really any different, so I'll edit that one out as well.
You there, youngster. Won't you listen to this old man's troubles? I was born and raised right here in this town. I spent my whole life here. My daughter lives in the Empire, and she sent me a letter to ask if I was keeping up with my daily worship.
Okay.
Well, hello there, Professor. Is this a friend of yours?
Don't think so.
Is that so? I was sure you two knew each other. Is there something we can do for you, good sir?
Oh, what a lovely young lady. I was just telling this kind soul a story.
Really? What's troubling you?
Well, I was thinking of going to daily prayer, but my leg's been acting up and I can't walk properly.
How terrible. That's no good at all. May I be of assistance? I'd be happy to lend a shoulder and escort you to the chapel.
Would you? Oh, I'd be most grateful to you. Thank the goddess for sending this young lady to me today.
We'll need your help too, Professor. Here, sir, take my arm.
This is a two-person job?
Splendid work, Professor. He really seemed to appreciate our assistance. Putting a smile on someone's face always seems to brighten up the day. Is something wrong? You're giving me a strange look. Oh, how should I put this? I suppose it's just second nature to me. It's difficult to describe, but I can usually tell when someone is worried about something. Back there, I could tell that both you and the old man were in distress. I spent a good amount of my life living in the church. Maybe that's why I'm so good at identifying these things?
Wait, how is Byleth in distress? I mean, other than, you know, dead dad and all that.
Did I not mention that before? I spent nearly 10 years of my life in the Church of Fargus. Many came to us with their troubles. In my own time of need, I once ran to the church myself, and they helped me. May I share something with you, Professor? It's about a dream of mine. I'd like to work in the church one day. I want to be like the priest who helped me. Never mind. It's not a very realistic dream. Please forget I said anything. If I were someone else, perhaps a commoner without a crest or stature, maybe things would be different. It's a bit sad, but this is the way things have to be. After all, only the goddess can decide our fates.
And she can be recruited into the Black Eagles? Okay. Well, that's the end of supports, so let's see. Yeah, next is just going to be the actual mission. So I'll end this episode here. And see you next time for the hunt for the killer. Till then.